Welcome back to Spoiling Movies, Under the Green Hood edition, you guys. My name is Chris, and I'm going to be talking all about a movie, and I'm going to spoil it, and I'm going to tell you everything that happens. Today's movie was suggested by my buddy Slayer768. The movie is called Mandy, starring Nicolas Cage. The opening credits take forever, and it shows Nicolas Cage leaving a job as a lumberjack, he works with a logging company. Nick Cage gets back home and his girlfriend, I guess, is there, and he says, knock knock. She's like, who's there? He says, Eric Estrada. She says, Eric Estrada who? And he says, Eric Estrada from Chips. And I was like, was that a joke? We trying to make a joke there? That's not a joke. I was like, oh no. The music is very Blade Runner-y. It's very boo, 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 boo. Weird scene where they're out at a campfire and the girlfriend lady, she's got a scar on her face and she comes out of the water and they're just hanging out at the campfire. Everything's very weird looking. He's smoking something. I don't know what they're smoking. She walks up and finds a dead animal. Girlfriend, after seeing the dead animal, tells Nick Cage about her father killing baby animals in front of them because he needed to get rid of the animals, and it was just drawn out, and I was just yawn. And there's several dream sequences, I think are dream sequences, that it's really, really cool visuals, very cool imagery, and the way they work the camera and blend into the next scenes is really cool, but it's so long, it's so drawn out. A van full of weirdos drives by the girl when she's walking. I thought it was a dream sequence, but I guess it happened in real life. And then this weird logo shows up and it says Children of the New Dawn. And I didn't know what to make of that. So inside the van there is a cult leader guy with a crucifix necklace, and he's laying down and he's talking to this older gray-haired woman, and he's kind of being a dick to her. And that's when we learn that it's from the way that they're talking, we learned that this is basically a cult and he's the leader. And he's like, get out of here, you grandma, you crappy person, bring in the other dude because I like that guy. The cult leader guy says, go get me that girl. I saw that girl and I like her energy and I want her, so go find her. And he's touching the guy on the face and being real creepy. All the actors are really convincing. The cult guy says something about the horn. Bring me the horn of something something. And this weird little stone looking thing, but it's got holes in it. So I was it looks like an ocarina or something. And they have some kid that they have taken with them in their van, and they're going to sacrifice him to something or someone. So they park and they use the horn thing, and then we just sit and wait for a while. And then there's just a long scene where the guy in the passenger seat's just rolling up his window, rolling it up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And I was like, move on. After they blow the horn, one of the guys says, what now? And the guy says, now we wait. And I was like, oh my god, I've heard that a million times. That is a trope that has been done to death. So then some smoky Mad Max people show up, and they're all dressed really weird, and they're all on four-wheelers or motorcycles, and it's really weird. And I was like, are these supposed to be demons? It got a very Hellraiser vibe, these are the Cenobites or whatever they are. But I was like, why do demons need to ride on automobiles, on motorbikes and stuff? And I'm not even joking, these characters look a lot like they were meant to be from Hellraiser. So the secondary in-command guy gives one of the demons a jar of something. I guess it was blood, because after the demon guy drinks it, he's like, blood for blood. There's a lot of strobing lights in this movie, and there was an interesting demon scene with the strobing lights. So then they've kidnapped the girlfriend character. I don't even know if this is a flashback or present day or whatever, but they got her, and they're giving her some eye drops. They got her tied up on a chair. They drop in, bloop, bloop. So then the weird witch ladies pull out a thing out of a jar, and it's full of liquid, but it's alive, and it's a giant wasp-looking thing. And they put it up to the girl's neck, and it stings her. And you can tell it's this little animatronic thing, and it's kind of cool looking. But I was like, why was it in liquid? How did it survive in that liquid? And they seemed like witches in this cult, so I was thinking, it kind of had a very Lords of Salem vibe. The whole movie feels kind of old. They try to make it look like it was from early 90s. And everything's filmed that way, and all the music and everything really plays good into that. So then they release the girlfriend lady, and she's all tripped up on whatever drugs and venom stuff they gave her. She stumbles in, and we see really trippy trip vision. She walks into a room and the cult guy's there and he's got like a big goofy looking outfit on and he starts preaching and saying, wow, and we chose you because you could be a part of the thing. He says something about the band The Carpenters, like he was inspired by their music, but he's like, this is something you're really gonna enjoy. And then he plays his album, which I guess he has created because it's Children of the New Dawn, and it's like a band as well as a cult, I guess. And then the longest fucking scene in history happens where the guy just keeps talking. You see Trippy Vision, the girl, watching the cult guy go blah, blah, blah for like fucking 15 minutes. And I was like, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a minute. And then when I opened my eyes, the guy had opened his robe and he's got his dick out. And she starts laughing and like her voice turns into a creepy demon voice. I don't know if she is possessed or if this is just because she's still on the drugs that it sounds like that way to us because it's still all trippy or whatever. But she's laughing and he's like, stop laughing. And he's like off camera. It looks like he's fucking jacking off or something. And then he like looks at all the other people around in the cult and he's like, don't you laugh. Don't you laugh. The cult guy then like goes by himself and he's like staring in a mirror. Tell me what to do. 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 He says it 1,000 fucking times. And I've noticed that they are really just padding the runtime of this movie. They want it to be feature length. If they cut out all the bullshit, this movie would probably be like 40 minutes at the most. And it kind of felt like they were improvising a lot. So then somehow they've gotten Nick Cage and they've got him tied up with some barbed wire like on a fence. He's got a thing in his mouth. They've got his girlfriend. They show some weird looking blade thing to Nick. And then they stab him in the side like where Jesus got stabbed. And I was like, okay, so they're definitely going for the religious angle. Then they hang and burn somebody in a bag like in front of Nick Cage. And I thought it was just some random guy, but apparently that was the girlfriend, Mandy. It goes on for a long time. You see shots of Nick Cage going, ugh. Everything's in like slow-mo all the time and the scenes go on forever. And the lighting, like sometimes it looks really cool, but like during the scene it was just this harsh red light and sometimes it's like strobing and it just goes on forever. It's like, move on! Next scene, please. They even duplicate the reaction shot from Nick Cage. Like I could tell it's the same shot. He does the same thing again. And I was thinking they probably have that wire in his mouth for so long so they don't have to pay for extra lines from Nicolas Cage. So then the movie kind of had like a Saw vibe to it. He like gets his hand free, but he's got to like rip it up because it's all barbed wire, so he's bleeding and everything. And then there's like an animated dream sequence. They have like actual interesting looking animation for just brief moments in the movie, and it's kind of cool. And then after all this nonsense, Nick Cage like finds a way to get back home and he goes into the bathroom and he grabs a big old bottle of liquor and he starts chugging and he starts chugging and he starts chugging and he goes full crazy Nicolas Cage in the bathroom. Glug, glug, glug. And it's good to see Nicolas Cage doing his crazy thing. It's nice to see. I feel like this was a prequel to his role in Ghost Rider. Also, he doesn't have any pants on. I think he just wanted to drink by himself with no pants on. Then Nick Cage goes and meets another friend, this actor. I've seen him before. He's like, I've come for the Reaper. He's like, oh, well, here's the Reaper. It turns out it's a crossbow. And he's like, I need some more weapons because I'm coming back with these cult freaks. And I gotta say, the writing is pretty bad. All the dialogue between Nicolas Cage and that dude is awful. The script is terrible. And that dude tells him about this crazy new type of LSD that the cult people have created, and it like makes them really enjoy the pain. So these aren't demons, but this is totally a Hellraiser scenario where like they take this drug and then they enjoy pain, which is very Hellraiser. Somehow Nicolas Cage is able to smelt himself a magical axe weapon. Like he's dripping the liquid metal shit into a mold. I don't know where he got the mold. I don't know where he got the liquid. And he's going fucking Iron Man and he's banging it out. It even looks like Iron Man. The scene looks very, very familiar. He's got the fucking thing on. He's banging, bang, bang. And he looks at what he's done. I don't think they can pick a genre of what this movie was supposed to be. Nick Cage beats one of the demon dudes into a hole that's like a giant shaft underneath wherever he is at the moment. Kind of like they did the Children of the New Dawn graphic. That now they've got one that says Mandy, and it looks like a death metal band like logo. And the artwork is crazy. This movie is on full art mode. This is not a regular movie. This is like an art project. And it's kind of trying to be the movie Crank a little bit also with Jason Statham. There's some more animated, interesting stuff. And it's very like heavy metal. The cartoon movies, heavy metal. The art style is kind of similar. There's like a naked woman and she's doing stuff. And it looks pretty cool. Just brief moments of that animated stuff are neat. Nicolas Cage says something to the demon guy like, "You ripped my shirt! You ripped my shirt!" And he goes on, it's fucking Nicolas Cage is fucking, he's all crazy again. And then it's like Evil Dead. Ding. It's very Evil Dead now. They just keep switching genres in movies. Nick Cage is 95% covered in blood, and he's got mystical weapons, he's got a crossbow, and he's going after the bad guys. It's very, very Evil Dead. What other properties can we rip off? I don't know, Predator? Ding. Let's do Predator. So then there's a moment where he's like hiding in the woods and he's tracking the demon guys and he's trying to take them out with his long range like crossbow thing. They're just ripping off everything. It even kind of gets a little Resident Evil. A lot of times it feels like this movie was shot in slow motion, and it's really annoying. I don't like really slow movies. I've seen some that I just felt like, come on, get on with it. And a lot of the scenes are like that. Pretty much the whole movie is like slow, like do the next thing. You have interesting stuff going on, keep it going, move it. You can actually like take short naps in between some of these shots. Nicolas Cage takes out one of the bad dudes with his magical axe that he has forged himself. Takes it out, cool looking scene, and then he gets rid of the magic thing that he made that fights these people and goes for the chainsaw. Ooh, did you say chainsaw? That's right, Bruce Campbell. And I was like, keep the magic thing, you idiot! And there's a chainsaw fight where the guy's got a super long chainsaw and he's got his regular chainsaw. And I was like, boo! But the fight is well choreographed. I do appreciate that. And then he picks up some chains. He's gonna use the chains. And I was like, Ghost Rider, anyone? Ding! God, this movie is so drawn out. There's another scene with the old lady. I don't fucking care anymore. Skip. They got the strobe light in full strobe mode like half the movie, and it's killing me, and I just wanted it to be done, honestly. And Nicolas Cage has the demon voice that the girl had earlier, and now he's talking with the demon voice. New demon Nicolas Cage crushes a dude's head, and it's gross and kind of cool. And Nicolas Cage has defeated them, he's burned down their place, and he walks away from the fire in another classic walking away from fire trope. They took the artsiness with this movie too far. It's very beautiful. It's just done very strangely, and they extend scenes way longer than they should. The colors and the lighting and the video angles and the way they do the effects and stuff is really very artistically done and very cool. It was a good concept. It had good actors and good acting. Not a great script, not great writing. The music was pretty cool. The music kind of kept with the tone they were going for and the time period and everything. It was so goddamn slow. It was excruciating to get through. I was yelling at the screen a lot of times. And I hate it when movies make me do that. It's like, just get on with it. Move to the next scene. This could have been like a 30-minute fucking movie. Anyway, it had a lot of untapped potential. Mandy was interesting. I can't really recommend it. If you have a lot of patience, this is a good one for, artistically. It's pretty cool. It reminded me a little bit of Blade Runner, where like it's odd, but like all the visuals keep you going and everything. But at least in that movie, like the scenes kind of moved forward and didn't leave me hanging and just kind of like staring and like almost fucking closing my eyes. Anyway, watch it at your own peril. So that's what I thought of Mandy, you guys. Oh, also, before I forget, the whole thing about the cult, like Nicolas Cage even says like, these crazy Christian fuckers, like I'm gonna go get them. It's basically like a regular cult as you would think of one. Like the cult leader guy is like to be worshipped. He is above them, but they're trying to make it seem like that's like a Christian thing. I don't think they understand how Christianity works. Anyway, thanks for watching this review, and I'll catch you next time on the next time on the next time. What if I just did to you what the movie did to me? Nick Cage beats one of the demon dudes